The afternoon sun did not discourage these nurses from walking out onto the K.H.M.H parking lot where K.H.M.H Workers Union President, Nurse Andrew Baird, addressed the media. Then they walked onto Princess Margaret Drive where they paraded in front of the hospital bearing placards before returning to their job a few minutes later.
This is not just a fight with the K.H.M.H, but rather to the government of Belize, to say to them that they need to do better. They need to provide the equipment, the supplies that is needed for us to treat our patients or the users of the hospital, including medications. There's a shortage, but generally not just medication, but the simple tape that we use to do dressings. If I may just dig deep, this is what we use in the emergency room.
Baird reached into his pocket and pulled out 2 types of surgical tape that are used on patients. They are inadequate supplies, he said, that are used for minor dressings.
Even if I want to put a drip, as the layman will say in medical term, an IV on somebody, I need to have proper tape. I know that sometimes there's a bottleneck between the CSME and the and K.H.M.H. We need to fix that bottleneck.
Fellow nurse Darwin Slusher explained why Belizean nurses leave to work in developed countries.
I come out here every shift, even on my day off when my boss would call and say, you know, Nurse Slusher, we're sharp. We are out here as a team. So only we know what we go through and only we know what we feel. Earlier, the media asked a question, nurses are going overseas for better benefits. As a young nurse, there is no upward mobility. What does the government has to offer me to stay here in my country to provide the care that I must provide for my nation? There is none.
Slusher raised issues with the cost of living as well as the salaries that nurses make.
Income tax, sky high. 25%. How can you tell me as a healthcare worker serving the Belizean public that I owe $3,000 in a tax? I don't even make no money there. You're gonna grow. Listen, we just get paid today. How much are we done broke? I done broke.
Baird says that they have no pressing issue with collecting their overtime payments at this time. However, he criticized the government for what he and his colleagues feel is a government that is not putting health care at its highest priority.
This government is saying that the economy is at a point where to them it is okay. So we are saying now put the money where it's supposed to be in the health system. The government spent $38 million US and give it to Michael Ashcroft, $38 million US into K.H.M.H could probably give us a new hospital.
Reporting for News 5, I'm Marion Ali.